Hey everyone, welcome. Today we've got a really critical explainer lined up for you. We are diving headfirst into a topic that honestly affects the very blueprint of an entire nation. We're talking about the role of professional ethics for economists in Kenya. Listen, whether you work in a bustling corporate office, a government ministry, or you just follow how economies are governed, this is absolutely foundational stuff. We're going to be unpacking a historic initiative by the Economists Society of Kenya, the ESK, to formalize exactly how the brightest financial minds conduct their business. So let's just jump right in.
To really grasp the gravity of this whole thing, we have to recognize one fundamental truth. Economics literally sits at the absolute heart of Kenya's national development agenda. Think about it. Economists aren't just tucked away in back rooms crunching numbers all day. They are the architects of the country's future. They carry this immense, often unseen responsibility. Every single day, they're making calculations and recommendations that shape fiscal policy, direct massive public investments, and fuel private enterprise across the nation. When they get it right, millions of people thrive. But because their work is so incredibly consequential, it absolutely demands the highest possible standards of professional integrity.
Which, brings us to a kind of uncomfortable but completely necessary question. Who holds the economist accountable? If a doctor or a lawyer has an ethical lapse, we know exactly which board steps in, right? But what happens when an economist's ethical compass falters while they're, say, advising on a multi-billion shilling infrastructure project or setting regulatory frameworks? That is the central tension we're exploring today. How exactly do you govern a profession whose decisions impact the daily lives of over 50 million Kenyans?
So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll look at the weight of the profession. Second, bridging the accountability gap. Third, the ESK National Webinar. Fourth, the power of partnership. And finally, registration and CPD benefits.
All right, Section 1, the weight of the profession.
So the really crucial point here is understanding the sheer scope of an economist's influence in Kenya. Just think about these core pillars. Economists are informing fiscal policy, literally deciding how taxes are levied and how resources are sliced up. They're guiding public investment, meaning they help decide where hospitals, roads, and schools actually get built. They're directing private enterprise by providing the critical data that businesses use to expand and hire people. And on top of all that, they're shaping the regulatory frameworks that keep markets fair. The decisions made by these professionals ripple across Kenya's entire socioeconomic framework. When you hold that kind of power, integrity isn't just a nice to have, right? It's a non-negotiable requirement.
Moving right along to Section 2, bridging the accountability gap.
Okay, so here is the core problem currently facing the profession. We essentially have a tale of two sectors. On one hand, if you're an economist in Kenya's public service, you are legally bound by the Public Officer Ethics Act No. 4 of 2003.